What's up, guys? This is my first video for 2016. I just wanted to show you how, because my wife got some new toys for her makeup studio on this side of the room, I was able to use these new lights we got for her for my side of the room. So no real new gear to show you other than reconfiguring of the microphones inside the isolation cab, resetting up the amps, and resetting up with all my pedals, and a little bit more logical flow of the signal chain and all that stuff. So we're using the Zoom Q4 for my camera. The DSLR just isn't going to work because the audio input sucks and clips too harshly. So I'm really glad to be back on this side of the room because now I can show all my guitars and drum set and all that stuff. And maybe I'll get another camera so you can see down here on the pedal board. Pedal board is EP Boost, Archer, Dark Matter, Golden Plexi for the input, and then through the loop we got Alter Ego and Big Sky. This is a Peavey 6505 MH running through the isolation cab, SM57, and a ribbon mic, both of them on the cone. Pretty much straightforward sound running through a 2013 Gibson Chocolate Burst. This guitar, I got it in 2012 or 2013, you know, like right at the end of 2012, right at the beginning of 2013. And it originally had the pickups that that gold guitar has in it. I took those pickups came in this guitar, and these pickups came in that guitar, and I swapped them out. So these are 498T and 490R, overwhelmed, classic sound, so Gibson says, right? So just gonna give you some tones. This is clean channel of the amp. I really like the EP booster on the clean channel of this amp. It adds a little bit of character and warmth to it. That's the Echo Rec setting, Echo Rec 2 setting. I turned off the Big Sky because it was just too much. Isn't that cool? Yeah, that's the Alter Ego, man. The X4, the bigger one, right? But the smaller one does the same thing. So yeah, that's this amp in clean. What I like to do actually is I like to go to the red channel and boost it, but I also like to have it in the clean channel with pedals, right? And let's see how this sounds. So this is EP and Archer. There was a preset I really liked on this delay pedal. There it is. I really like that preset a lot. Yeah, that 490R through this amp is amazing. Hear that? Yeah, it's Sunday morning. It's probably like 10 a.m. as I'm recording this. Yeah, so this is just the 490R in the rhythm position, the neck position, running through the Archer and EP booster on the clean channel. That sounds amazing, man. Sounds like a single coil. really like this neck pickup sound in this setup more than I like some of my single coils. And if you've watched any of my videos, I really love single coil neck. Single coil neck is like the best sound in the world. So now I want to show you dark matter on the clean channel. That's because I have the mids juiced on the amp, so that's probably what it is. So we're still in the clean channel. Let's go with the golden plex. Sounds kind of thin. Let's put the EP booster in front of it. Yeah, a lot of people love this pedal, and I'm using it as a boost. Let's put some gain on it. So yeah, the Golden Plexi, that pedal, I got it like in December of 2015 when it kind of first hit the scene, and I believe I got it from a supplier in Canada. Because at that time, that was like the only supplier. They were so fresh and new on the market. And so I have a very, very original, like first run version of the pedal. Like at the time on the internet, there was only like one person who had videos, and that was In the Blues guy, Shane. And that's why I got that. I got that in the Madrigora that same week. I ordered them both. Since then, I've seen these pedals at other places, and I've played them, and they don't do what this pedal does. This pedal will squeal when you juice it too hard, so I always kind of run it very low. Like I said, it was one of the first pedals. Maybe I got a bad pedal, But, $40 pedal, not bad. Yeah, man, I really love the clean channel of this amp. I like to put pedals on top of the clean channel. So I more or less wanted this to be like a, hey, check out my new studio setup and new lighting. I think really helps a lot. Oh yeah, this guitar, because I was going through some of my my YouTube like analytics, and one of the highest viewed videos I have is actually this guitar when I first got it, like in 2013 or late 2012. So this guitar has a lot of people are looking at it. You know what I mean? This is a the the Heritage. I don't know what the fuck it is, like chocolate. Yeah, like chocolate stain version of a LPJ 2013 LPJ. It's a fucking awesome guitar, man. Like, I mean, I think that this guitar without paint, right? Like an LP without paint, because this is just a stain and like the nitrocellulose lacquer on it, right? Really has a great tone. And I'm not talking about tone wood, okay? I'm just not talking about that at all, because tone wood is for fucking retards, right? What I'm saying is, acoustically, when you're sitting there playing this guitar up against your belly on the couch, versus all the other guitars I have that are painted and sealed and coated and polyurethane and just, you know, all kinds of shit on them, right? This thing vibrates and resonates, right? Like if you take a guitar and you put it up against a wall and you strum it, you hear it resonate throughout the walls. This one does it like times 100. It has one of the best audible acoustic tones I have in a guitar. And you know, I like the dark look on it, so that's why I threw the darker pickups on it, and it matched. It's great. And the silver pickups, that the Burstbucker Pros 3s or something that came originally in this guitar, because this was a deluxe edition. It was the 2013 LPJ Chocolate Deluxe. So I had the upgraded Burstbucker Pickup Pros. Those are in my gold guitar, and I just love it. The rubbed gold guitar and this guitar are some of my favorite guitars. Very understated looking. You know, a lot of people talk shit about these guitars in particular, the paint job on them, because they say it looks like furniture. I just like the way a wood guitar looks. You know, to me it looks natural. Like, you know, it looks like a violin. You know, it looks very classy. So, and I have gold, silver, white, green, blue, turquoise, red, orange, black guitars. You know, I have a lot of different guitars, and this guitar, the gold guitar, these two right here, the red and the blue, are some of my favorite guitars, you know. So hey, let's talk about new gear that came out in 2015. Some of the newer stuff, like I said, this Peavey 6505 was the hit. Announced at Namm, you know, we all saw it at Namm in 2015. And then I finally got mine like in June or July, or maybe even sooner than that, when I finally hit the stores. And this has been my go-to amp for the longest time. I picked up this orange also in 2015, the orange Jim Root. Probably can't see it too well. The Jim Root number 4 amp. Love that amp, badass amp, absolutely fucking fabulous amp, to be perfectly honest. And then I picked up the my little orange dark, micro dark, 2015. Pretty awesome amp. I had to change the preamp tube in it, you know, the only tube. Had to change the tube in it because the tube sucked ass, the original tube that came with it. Still have it though, but you know, I changed the preamp tube in there. I bought a 7-string over there, which is a Jackson Black Dinky, with the lower model one, the satin black 7-string. And then I bought another 7-string, another Jackson Dinky, but it's like the burst, like trans amber or something like that burst. So like the medium model one, so I got the low and the medium. Both badass guitars, actually. So I picked up those 2 guitars in 2015. And that's pretty much it. Keep dropping these damn picks. So yeah, you know, pretty much just saying what's up for 2016. You know, summer Namm or winter Namm's coming up 2016, later January. Looking forward to that, as today's like the 9th or the 10th. I believe it's the 10th. Pretty exciting, you know. I wonder what's going to come out. I'm really hoping Marshall releases something comparable to the 6505 MH in a JVM format, right? A JVM micro head. Like, if you don't do it, Marshall, you're fucking stupid. I love Marshall. I've had Marshall my whole life, man. And lately, I can't afford a JVM. I can now. They've actually come down quite a bit in price, but I'm not going to drop $1,600 on a 100-watt amp or even a 50-watt amp. I mean, get real. You know what I mean? I mean, today's amplifier needs for most, YouTube types or home studio types are like 5 to 10 watts, 20 watts at most. You know, it's no one needs more than 25 watts anymore. Just saying. You got entire bands, world-class bands, some of the most highest technical skill and most complexly put together songs with polyrhythms and like the most progressive sounding bands running around on stage with in-ears and no amps on stage, running out of a fucking iPad, Axe Effects. So no one even needs amps anymore, right? I mean, direct in a house out of my Axe Effects, and I don't even need an amplifier. I got in-ears. Everybody else on the stage has in-ears with their own personal mix, you know, and a little bit of guitar, a little bit of bass, and a lot of drum, you know, so they can stay in time or something like that, or a lot of bass so they can keep in rhythm. 100-watt amps are kind of a thing of the past. They're really not relevant. So I'm really hoping Marshall does something in 2016 with micro heads and the JVM product line, because the JVM product line is as legendary, in my opinion, my humble opinion, as a JTM and the JCM. Those are like the three best Marshalls: JT, JC, JV. And what they did in 2014, or was it 15, when they had the little 1-watt heads, if they just did that in 5-watt heads and made them like $600-700, I'd buy every single one of them. But, you know, 1 watt's kind of small. I need a little bit more than that. I need like 5 to 10 watts, right? I run this amp in 5-watt mode, and I tend to agree that it has some of the best sounds I've ever heard. You may think I'm crazy for thinking that, but... Another thing I'd like to maybe pick up is that little Vox AC10. I wish they had it as a head. I had a chance to play a Black Star like HT5 at Guitar Center down the road, and it was fucking awesome. I never really played a Black Star. I never had a chance to play a Black Star. I came from a small town where there was no Black Stars ever anywhere, and I know that's like so 2013, right? 2014, but dude, HT5 sounds great. I wouldn't mind picking up one of those too. And like I said, looking forward to Namm, maybe something out of Marshall. I'd really like to see Marshall step up their game and make something relevant. A long time ago, I made a video of this amp, the Valve State VS100. And if you actually look at how many bands use that, you'd be surprised. How many records were recorded with that? You'd be surprised. That and a 6505 was a lot of the tone back then, because a lot of people were into solid state. For like heavy metal was solid state for the most part, and so a lot of people use these amps, the VS100. And so you know, later on I'm going to figure out a way to split my signal, run into this amp, and then I need to build another isolation cab with another speaker and another set of mics, or get like one of those torpedo 2-note things. I'd like to get a 2 notes. Actually, I would love to have a 2 notes, man. I mean, I've got a small channel and I only got like 500 subscribers, but you know, I'd like to have one, Torpedo. If you're out there, 2 notes, send me one. I'd like to have one, seriously. Seriously. So yeah, you know, 2016's got some high hopes, you know, for this year. I'd like to see some really good stuff come out, and I don't know, what do you think? You know, what are some of the things that you're looking for in 2016? The new 2016 Gibsons look great. The new 2015 Gibsons I thought were awesome. You know, I really didn't have a problem with Gibson other than the price. I've always been, you know, anti $3,000 guitars, PRS, looking at you, right? but I get it. It's a musical instrument. But these days, I mean, come on, dude. You see bands who are world class playing made in Indonesia guitars, $700, and they're killing it, man. I mean, you don't have to have a $5,000 guitar, just like you don't have to have a $3,000 amp with 150 fucking watts. You know, there needs to be a correction in the music industry market, right? Where it gets real. You know, you just get real, right? 100, 200 watt amps. It really is stupid whenever you have people who have iPads and Axe FX or Helix, right? The new Line 6. I'm looking at Helix. I like Helix. I'm really happy with Helix. I'd like to try Helix. I'd like to own Helix. When I was younger in high school, I had a multi-effects, as most people did, before I could afford pedals, or even knew what I needed in terms of pedals. And the Helix looks very attractive. I'd love to just have it right here on the table instead of all these pedals. But to be honest, I really love my pedals. I really am big time on my Big Sky and big time on my Alter Ego, the EP Booster and the Archer. These are like the 4 pedals I'll probably keep with me forever, you know. And I have a lot of different pedals, you know. I have a lot of alternatives, but those are my 4 favorite ones. So you tell me, what are some of the things you're looking for in 2016? Yeah, what are you looking for in 2016? Amps? I'm looking at the Gibson, the gold top one. It's like $899. I don't know what classic model it is, but it's the gold top. I'm looking at that guitar. That looks great. I'd like to play the Ibanez fan fret. I've been an Ibanez person pretty much my whole life since I started buying guitars on my own. These two are my favorites, and then this green one right here, that's my original Ibanez USA Custom. It's like a 94 USA Custom, real made in America Ibanez guitar, and it's fucking amazing. It's amazing how it has all of that in the fucking amp, man. Doesn't hurt to have a nice guitar, you know. Comparatively speaking, you know, it's like a $600, $700, $800 guitar. You can get these on Guitar Center used, like probably $400 now. Really nice guitar. Go to Guitar Center Used and type in LPJ. I predict that these are going to be fairly popular in the future because they were one of Gibson's most successful lower budget guitars that had medium features, you know, not like oh my god features, but medium features. I got 2 of them. I got this one and the gold one. Then I picked up this studio, so. So if you made it this far, let's talk about bands real quick. Maytal's band is amazing. If you haven't heard Maytal's band, their album's called Alchemy, I believe. get that. It's a fucking amazing album. Really like Sleep Makes Waves. Big time enjoying them. Fluff's new album from his band, awesome. Dorje, the band's great. Singer sucks ass. Looking forward to Tosca, right? Tosca, Rabia's band. I'd like to see Tosca's album fairly soon. Big fan of Mammoth. They've been rocking out big time. Those are some of the newer albums of 2015 that I thought were awesome. The Breaking Benjamin album was fucking awesome. I believe the Papa Roach album came out in 2015, or was it 2014? That was a great album. Just, you know, some cool things that happened in 2015. So hopefully in 2016 we get like an Avenged Sevenfold album. That'd be cool, right? Definitely getting a Dream Theater album. Definitely getting a Megadeth album. That's also really cool. Hopefully a Metallica album. Guns N' Roses coming back to tour. Maybe a Guns N' Roses album. Looking forward to seeing Guns N' Roses, man. I mean, when I was a kid, my brother and older brother had gone to see their concerts in Dallas. The one that was a big flop. And, you know, everybody hated Guns N' Roses after that, or a lot of people did. I never got to see him. I was only like 11 at the time, 11 years old. So yeah, that was out of my age scope. But in my lifetime, I would like to go see Guns N' Roses again. You know, you can say that Axl sucks, and of course he does. But maybe he learned his lesson. You know, 20 years later, maybe he stopped being a douchebag. Like I said, looking forward to the Megadeth album, kind of with one eye open. You know, because the Super Collider album was kind of weak. I'd like to see a return to thrash. I was a big fan of Endgame. Like, big fan of Endgame and 13. Those were really badass albums in Megadeth history, besides the usual suspects like Countdown and Hangar 18 and all that. You know what I mean? Those albums, rest in peace, were fabulous. But Countdown, I liked. What was the other one that came after? Not Crossroads, but what was it? The one with like the glyphs all over it. That album was awesome. I liked it a lot with Trust on it. That album was really cool. So yeah, 2016 is looking to be good. Like I said, Namm's coming up really soon. So like you, I'll be sitting here on YouTube daily, watching everyone upload and trying to see what is out there. And I'm eagerly awaiting to see awesome, badass shit. You know, another thing I wanted to mention was the Yamaha THR 100 amp. Now, I've been a fan of THR for quite some time. I had the 5, the original, the 10, the original, the green 10, and now the black 10, the black one, right? The classic Fendery sounding one. And the Yamaha THR 10.5 products, those are fucking awesome. Those are some of the best amps I own. And versatile and usable, relevant, sit on my table, play on my couch, and not bother anyone. And get great, decent tone. You know, this was right as the iPad so-called revolution in tones were coming out, and to me it was a great alternative to have modeled sound out of those Yamaha THR 10s. But the Yamaha 100, THR 100, just seems a little out of my scope. I mean, I'm not going to go spend $700 on that amp. If I'm going to spend $700, it's going to be on like a Marshall micro head, you know, in 2016. So I'm not really happy with what Yamaha did. I'd like to see them refresh the 10 line and redesign it, maybe make it better, make it more like an effects loop in the Yamaha THR 10. So like I said, big fan of Yamaha. I've had Yamaha motorcycles my entire life, you know what I mean? I've always loved Yamaha. I'd love to have a Yamaha Pacifica 611 root beer. I'd love to have that guitar, like, so bad. Just, you know, kind of out of my price range right now. When there's other things out there, sorry to say that, but like I said, I love Yamaha. I have Yamaha jackets, Yamaha shirts, Yamaha hats from the motorcycles, right? And always been a Yamaha person. So of course, when they made the amps, I bought every single one of them because it's like, holy shit, these are fucking awesome, and they certainly are. So I'm hoping in 2016 Yamaha will redo that 10 line or the 5 line and give us a really nice 5 to 10 watt fucking amp that's over the top badass. You tell me what you think. You know, in the comments if you're watching, what are you looking for most in 2016? Is it Gibson guitars? Is it the artist strides guitars? Is what are you looking for out there? Is it amps? You know, is it pickups? Is it pedals? What pedals are you looking at these days? You know, you know, that's pretty much it. That's all I got for this video. It's a pretty long video. And like I said, if you made it this far, thanks. Fucking like, comment, subscribe. You know what I mean? And share. And you know, tell me what you think for 2016 and what were some of your highlights of 2015. What were some of the most awesome pieces of gear you got that are that I should check out if I can get my hands on it, you know. So anyways, you guys rock on. Thanks for hanging out, and see you next time.